Okay, we are live, and we're looking at the test I'm doing, Unity for Spatial. And this time I've been able to bring in a Polycam drone scan that I did of Rosebud, and it looks like global warming has caught up with Florida and put most of us underwater. And that's inevitable, that's going to happen, so that's kind of cool. But I'm using the template from Spatial Studio and some props that were already there. So this part here is Spatial Studio, and one of the things that I've done is bring in a vehicle. This golf cart Spatial Studio provides in the SDK, and I want to transfer the scripts from the vehicle to the bear because I want to be able to pilot the bear. So the vehicle already has the scripts in it, so you sit on it and you drive, and it's pretty cool because, you have the ability to drive around and then fall off the world. So there's that. And so, the end, and boom, you're back in life. So yeah, so the vehicle's gone now, so I can't do anything with the vehicle, but I'm going to transfer all that code. Now, I started out by just putting in a cube, and you can see I have triggers on the cube so that when I walk into the trigger, the cube turns, okay. The cube turns green here, and if I walk, there's another invisible trigger here, and it turns blue, but when I step out of the trigger radius, then it turns back to red. And then if I go up to it, I have an interaction, an interactable I put in.
You too can be a planet walker.
So you too can be a planet walker. Use the force, Luke.
You too can be a planet walker.
So that's when you hit F on that. So that was how I started. I started messing around with the cube. The template has in it already has seats. So that's part of it. And so you can play around with those. I put a hot spot like that, a seat on top of the cube. So that was another thing. So I was just messing around first with the cube. And then I thought, okay, great, I'm going to do this thing called a quest. Now, for some reason, the quests aren't working in the published version. This is the sandbox version, my sandbox. But you'll see that it says, find the wildlife crossing. My first quest on Spatial, can you get through it all? Eventually, this quest will be in the Florida Wildlife Corridor thing. So you're supposed to find the wildlife crossing. Now, you look around, where is the crossing, where is the crossing? And really, we'd want to do this as a bear, but I used the staircase, and I put a little interactable trigger here.
It looks like you found the right way to get through.
Looks like you found the right way to get through. And then what happened is it scratched out found the wildlife crossing, gave me a checkbox. And so it's saying you found the wildlife crossing. And you can do that multiple times for multiple quests. So quests are really cool. If only I could get them to work in the published version. Then the next quest is collect all the footprints, 0 of 5 completed. So let's see.
It looks like you found the right way to get through.
So you go up the staircase. I give a little audio encouragement, and we go up the staircase, and then I put a snake before you get to what would be footprints. They're actually collectibles that are in the tutorial, but I put my own snake in and made it hiss. Of course, the next thing to do is to make an animation where it rears its head. But if you're not afraid of that, then when you touch them, you'll notice this is 1 of 5 completed from the footprints, 1 of 5, 2 of 5, 3 of 5, looking over here to the left, right? And then 4 of 5 and 5 of 5, and that gives us a badge. Footprint has been added to your backpack, and you've earned the Green Path badge. So this is about badging and backpacks. And if you look at the backpack now, it shows that we got the Planet Walker footprint, which we can use for things. As you're a Planet Walker. And I don't know how you use these items, but I guess you trade them and stuff. I also put in an interactable here once I leave the backpack. And when you click on that,
imagine that I'm the footprint of some charismatic megafauna.
So that's just telling you that you can imagine
the footprint
of
some charismatic megafauna.
Instead of a collectible, it would be the footprint of a charismatic megafauna. Okay, so then we can drop down this hole here, and for some reason the computer's lagging. That's not good. Why are you lagging, computer? All right, so he's back on the ground. And I put a collision so you can walk out without falling off the world. The other thing I put is I put a collision box collider, and I can do all these. Right now, these are transparent because I haven't put box colliders. So that's not right. But I did put a box collider on the box here, and I'll put them for all of them. It's just painstaking work. So I've got a box collider here so he can come up the stairs, and eventually I'll put one up there and down there, and make everything collidable. But right now you can just walk through walls and stuff. Then I put in this bear, and the bear, there's a trigger, right? He roars. Then there's this Be the Bear. The Be the Bear doesn't work yet. That's going to be what I was showing you about the golf cart. You'll be able to ride the bear. I did start working on a seat. I don't know if I can access it because it got messed up. No, can I? No, apparently not. The seat's buried too far in, but there was a seat that I tried to put in, and it's not working so you could sit on the bear. That's going to be fixed, like when it becomes a vehicle, that'll be fixed. Right now it's not fixed. So that's the idea, is to turn the bear into a vehicle. Now the machine's really slowing up. But I think it's a pretty cool, shows the possibilities for sure. Okay. Yeah. There's what I'm working with. I'm working with this file here. And there's the, let's see. Let's go in from ISO into perspective and come down. You can see there, that's the bear there, that's the trigger playing the audio. Then the seat had a hotspot on it, but I didn't get that. If I wanted to, I could put that hotspot back by coming into seats, the driver's seat, and then right-clicking and going to Spatial and adding a seat hotspot, but you have to balance it properly for the bear. And it takes so long to get this to test. Every time you want to test, you've got to go to add something like that, and then test active scene. This thing, by the way, was falling through for some reason. It's probably because the box collider that I put on here is, there's the box collider, and it probably is too low, so probably want to bring those up a little bit. Or no, actually I want to bring them lower, bring them down a little bit. Yeah, something like that, so that the box collider will let him stand up a little bit. So you do a lot of jimmy jamming with that stuff, and then once you've think you've got it right, then you go and you do test active scene, and then it does this compiling, and it usually takes a long time. So that's what we're working with here. And I think it's pretty fun. I'm using this tutorial called How to Build a Hoverboard, and imagining that the bear is the hoverboard. So going through this and adding all those components to it, that's what we're doing, so that we can eventually make it so that you can ride the bear like somebody rides a hoverboard, using the scripts that come from the golf cart that's provided, which is fairly complex because once you're in there, you have to match up wheels that don't exist with legs. It can become a bit burdensome. And that's what he shows in this tutorial, all this stuff over here on the right that you can see. Camera targets. Settings aren't very good here. So let me pull this up here, make it a little bit better to see, higher resolution. Slow internet, it's not not really. So you can see here, there's the wheels visuals and the camera target, sounds and all this. There's a whole lot to do with this. But they give pretty good instructions on this, and it looks like I am loaded up now. These are my audio assets, my bear roar that I did. That's just my voice, and then these ones
It
here.
looks like you found
The snake hiss. I did that using Audacity. And let's see if it's still working here. Let's see if the seat worked. But I'm pretty excited by the possibility. Oh, look, and it crashed. Okay, so that's going to be it for tonight because everything crashed. But it may have loaded, or it is loading right now. Okay, there we are. Oh, there's two of me. Oh, no, there's not two of me. Oops, there's one of me. Ah, falling through the air. Let's see if it lets me eventually get back into the thing. The quest is there. Okay, so I landed. Now the bear is down there, but the seat, did the seat work? I guess not. I guess not. So my seat didn't work, and my computer's freezing. Yeah, I hear you. Okay, well that's about all that we have the ability to do. The computer's completely frozen up. It's memory intensive, and we will get it working so that one can sit down on the bear. Because for some reason it's not letting me make my hotspot. In fact, I can't even find there's that hotspot for the cube. So we'll have to figure out a better way to do that. He does also walk through it. The colliders aren't working either. So much for that. Catch you next time when we've figured some stuff out. Okay.